Hey guys, welcome back sa channel ko. So, this is quite a different vlog which I'll be doing for you guys. By the way, kain tayo ng sunog na pandesal. Okay. Pero, basta. Sorry, don't talk when your mouth is full. So, of course, this is a Filipino bread. Love our own. May cheese sa loob, mainit, oven toaster, yung nga lang na tosta. Okay. Okay. Baka may mga breadcrumbs pa ako sa bibig. Okay. So, sa travel vlog na to, we'll talk about 4 na binisita namin na places dito sa Metro Manila. Since I so love traveling, and if napanood nyo na yung iba kong mga travel vlogs na mostly sa ibang bansa, and since I can't travel internationally because of the pandemic, so sinasamantala ko na lang yung, of course, exploring yung mga hidden gems and hidden tourist spots dito sa ating bansa, sa Pilipinas. Most especially in Metro Manila because I'm based in Metro Manila. So in this vlog, we're gonna feature 4. 2 of those may historical value, and then the other 2 is bagong attraction siya na talagang nagva-viral ngayon sa social media, no? So we'll start first with the Manila Film Center. Since November ngayon, definitely we love creepy and haunted stories because we just finished the All Souls Day, and what better way to explore is the most haunted or one of the haunted places dito sa Metro Manila, which is the Manila Film Center.
The International Film Festival should mark the dawning of an era of epics for this country. It should begin with the building of the National Film Center. Curious spectators who flock to the construction site daily have likened it to the building of the pyramids of Egypt. The massive block of concrete and steel, crawling with over 5,000 ant-like workers, is indeed a spectacle. One just has to sit and watch for a few hours to witness a metamorphosis taking place. The pace of work is feverish, with almost every phase of construction as well as the application of final touches done simultaneously.
And so it was, she was taking pride, the First Lady, the ex-First Lady, Imelda, was taking pride in the fact that she could finish this building in 70 days. And so they were working, workers were working here day and night for about 70 days. A week before the opening, the 3rd floor collapsed. They were rushing it, the cement was still not hardened, and it collapsed.
Disasters and accidents occur during least expected times, like this one at the construction site for the Film Palace at the Cultural Center complex, where an undetermined number of workers have been left trapped.
Some people were saying that there were 23, some were saying there were 53. They were all buried instead of just trying to get them out because the cement was hardening. And right away there were pictures of it published, people who were half buried in the cement. It was a choice between going through with the building and burying those people or stopping the construction, in which case it would not have been ready for the festival then. And so she made a very controversial decision. She says, go ahead and bury them. So some of those workers were buried here. And right away there was a news blackout. But some pictures came out.
Stories say that the unconscious were cut into pieces.
Yes. They were just cut into pieces, and some of them are still, I think, alive, but then it was just possible to get them out, because the cement by then hardened already. and it was just totally impossible to get them out. There were a lot of weird stories about that.
Wasn't there an exorcism?
Yes, it went on for about a week. This is true because I know of somebody who was very close and who was here, part of the film center, and so we were getting this news. They had different kinds of exorcism. They called the Buddhist monks and priests, and then they had Chinese exorcism, and then it culminated with the local exorcism rites, wherein they killed a carabao and some animals and splattered the blood all over the walls, and a fresh blood. So there was also a Catholic exorcism. So it went on for about a week. There were a lot of stories about people wailing in the evening, and as a matter of fact, there were stories about 2 security guards who died later for some unknown reasons. It was not foul play. They just died, and some of the people here, some of the employees of the film center, and this friend of mine who was here said that it was because out of fright. So stories went very wild about ghosts and walls cracking, you know, and putrid smell emanating from the walls, and they would hear sounds, etc. It just went on.
17 ng Nobyembre taong 1981, ganap na alas 2:35 ng umaga, gumuho ang pinakamataas na palapag nang halos ay patapos ng gusali. Matapos ang 3 araw, wala nang balita pang lumabas kaugnay sa insidente. Ang huling tala ng mga nangamatay ay 7, bagamat alam ng karamihan na higit pa sa bilang na ito ang namatay. Naging pipirin ang lahat at natuloy ang malaking pestahan ng pelikula. Sa pagtatapos ng gusali, tuluyan ng nabaon sa limot ang kinahantungan ng mga manggagawang nabaon ng buhay at ngayon di matahimik sa kanilang libingan.
Alright, let's talk about the Manila Film Center being one of the haunted places dito sa Metro Manila. So, let me give you a backstory, or of what happened about Manila Film Center. No, so Manila Film Center, the conceptualization of this started back in 1981. Okay, it was actually spearheaded by the then former First Lady Imelda Marcos, wherein she wanted to really showcase the Filipino films internationally, no? And at the same time, nagsimula yung conceptualization na yun. Based on my research, it's because wala tayong official na national archive for film sa Pilipinas nung mga panahon na yun, nung 1980s. So that is why there was, an importance to really build a center wherein it's gonna house all of this historical films that was created even before the war, and of course yung mga talagang notable Filipino or Philippine films, no? Ngayon, one of the objective nung kino-conceptualized yung Manila Film Center, based on my research, is that they were planning to build, I'm not sure kung nangyari to, a 360 degrees theater wherein it's gonna showcase or ipapalabas nito yung mga Filipino historical film na luma, past and present, including Filipino films na nagfi-feature ng mga tourist spots sa Pilipinas. So maganda yung objective ng Manila Film Center when it was being conceptualized and when it was being built. At the same time, one of the purpose of Manila Film Center is to really fund those notable and worthy Filipino film. So, yung concept na to is, I think, the same concept na ginagamit ngayon ng South Korea. And that is why all of us, majority of us who love K-dramas, really like watching Korean, TV series or K-dramas because, number one, they are really highlighting their culture, food, national costume, and of course, number two, they are highlighting their tourist spots. Kaya naman, tayong mga Pilipino, we are really fond of, or we are really dreaming of going to South Korea and experiencing kung saan nag-shoot yung mga artista nila doon sa K-drama na yon. And I had the experience of visiting South Korea, and I really love South Korea as well when I visited Seoul and of course Busan. So, if I'm gonna give you a review of Manila Film Center, kung okay bang puntahan to, well, for me, it's a yes. Why? If if you wanted to check out, old buildings, its architecture, and because of the unique story of Manila Film Center, minus the sad story, but of course the sad story makes it also unique, then definitely it's a good place to visit, for just for you to find out its historical background, the backstory of what happened, its architecture, and the location. The perfect spot if you want to take some pictures is yung nasa harapan. Just be careful lang pag tatawid kayo dun sa roundabout kasi medyo mabilis yung andar ng mga sasakyan. And yun nga, sa front nun is basically the perfect spot because mapipicturean mo na yung entirety ng building, ng architectural structure ng Manila Film Center. Okay? Now also, if you like, Korean food, then just beside or in the building itself, sa gilid lang nun, is merong Korean restaurant. So it's something you can actually do after exploring the area of the Manila Film Center.